But at risk of offending, and I'm doing this considering more as a broadcaster of news and events rather than opinion. I'm going to share with you a conversation or an element from a conversation I just had inside that store. I ran into my very old friend Toshi, Japanese, and his wife Carol, American, and we had a really nice 20-minute conversation in front of the shrimp, and I'm walking sideways to avoid the wind. And at one point near the end there, Toshi and I get together sometimes and have drinks. And he's a really, really interesting guy. Someday I've got to interview him and have him tell the story. He speaks fluent English. Have him tell the story of his father, who is a living kamikaze. That's right. He was a kamikaze who, in World War II, only 13 years old at the time, and just 3 months before his scheduled flight, the war came to an end. And he's got some fascinating stories about his father's experiences leading up to becoming a kamikaze pilot, and about not getting a chance to do his duty, how he felt about it. I mean, Toshi's talked to his dad in depth about this kind of stuff, and as well as his experiences after the war. Toshi's an amazingly interesting man. I really feel privileged to know him, and I look forward to spending more time having some beers with my friend. Anyway, at the end there, we talked about going out and having drinks together, and they mentioned, hey, maybe we'll get Yuki to come along as well. Yuki is another resident of this area. Yuki is Japanese, and his wife, Crystal, American. So we've got all these mixed couples here. And Toshi said, oh yeah, we'll go and we'll have a lot of fun. He says, Yuki I know Yuki, but he doesn't know that I know him very well. And he says, Yuki's a banana. A banana? I've never heard anybody called a banana before, maybe except Ron Jeremy, maybe. But that's more of a cucumber. Anyway, I'm off topic. Anyway, he said he's a banana. I said, what's a banana? He says, he's got a heart. He's got a Gaijin heart. He's yellow on the outside and white on the inside. I've never heard that before. Okay, that's a banana. Okay, so there we go. So I'm gonna have drinks with my friends, and we're gonna talk about fruit and whatever the heck, but I have to wait till my allowance day. What the heck is this place? It says, there's a telephone number, there's a sign that says Olive. They used to have there it is, a statue of a tengu over there in their garden. There it is, that's a tengu, I wish I could zoom. A long nose, Yamabushi tengu, the mountain warrior tengu of the high mountains. That is a mountain right there. See that mountain right back there that I'm pointing at? That is a mountain where Yamabushi Tengu actually lived. There's a Tengu statue right there, and there's the actual mountain where mountain warriors, Japanese warrior priests of the high, rugged mountains lived up there back in the day. You know the day. And that was the day before any bananas existed, because that was before Japan opened up, and there's no way that anybody could have a banana. Unless they went to Puerto Rico. Take care. I'm nuts.